Founded in 1985, the mission of United Cerebral Palsy of the Inland Empire is to advance the independence, productivity, and full citizenship of people with disabilities. Not just cerebral palsy, but all developmental disabilities, including intellectual disabilities, autism, Down syndrome, and other special needs. In the spring of 2012, United Cerebral Palsy of the Inland Empire held a bike day to introduce disabled children and their families to Freedom Concepts, a company that makes bicycles that are specially built for the disabled. Sophia Campos, United Cerebral Palsy of the Inland Empire's Director of Program Services, was so touched that day, she began a project to help these kids get bikes. She began by filling out grant applications for Variety, the children's charity. From those, 2 young people received a Freedom Concepts bike. The sister of another teen began a chip-in webpage. That campaign and another got her halfway to a bike for her young sister. UCPIE then engaged one step closer and the local Coca-Cola distributor to fund her bike. For another, Sophia used UCP National Bellows Fund, which funds adapted equipment through a grant program made to affiliates, and that boy received his bike. Using every possible lead she could resulted in 4 kids receiving Freedom Concepts bikes, totaling over $20,000 in value, and Coca-Cola has agreed to fund the complete cost of a bike next year.
Watching Yvonne get on her bicycle is a great moment because there are so many handicapped children in the world right now, and if we can just move on it one at a time and get one going and the next one going, and watching Yvonne smile and her cheering and ready to ride, I think it's just a great thing.
These bikes from Freedom Concepts allowed kids who normally sit in wheelchairs all day to self-propel themselves on a real bike, something they had never thought possible. This project culminated on the day of the 2013 Tour de Palm Springs. With family members at their side, all of the children who received a bike, other children with special needs, and their friends completed the 1-mile ride division of the tour.
It's really important to us to have our kids ride in one of the largest events in the nation, Tour de Palm Springs. To have them be part of something that's people from across the country and around the world come to. And our kids are here, and our kids are smiling to be part of this because indeed they do live their life without limits. The only people that really put limits on our children are other people who don't think they can do what we know they can do. So it's really special.
How can you quantify this day, this feeling? It was only a mile, but it was a mile in the Tour de Palm Springs for kids who had never ridden a bike, who never thought they'd ever ride a bike. Sophia said this event, this project, is what United Cerebral Palsy of the Inland Empire is all about. It follows our mission, our philosophy, that these children deserve a life without limits. She made an extra effort, engendered in the first smile she saw when these children sat on a bike for the first time in their lives just 1 year earlier. And on this day, they participated in the Tour de Palm Springs, just like hundreds of other riders, riding a bike toward a life without limits.
Roger has cerebral palsy. He was born at 7 months, and he doesn't really have a lot of mobility on his legs or his arms. So from my understanding, this bike is going to help him out a lot with his legs. And it's the first time he actually rides the bike. Today's the first time he's on the bike. So he's really excited, and we're very thankful for, we're very thankful to United Cerebral Palsy and Freedom Concepts for allowing us the opportunity to, have such a bike for Roger.
Personally, these kind of events mean a lot to me because it's the hands-on aspect. We actually get to see all the hard work of going through all the fundraising, working with the families and trying to get them the avenues to raise the monies for this bike. It's really what it's all about for us. That's our real big reward.
It means a lot to Roger because it's rare that he gets to do something as exciting as this. And I mean, he loves being outdoors, but I'm sure sometimes he gets tired of being on his wheelchair. So this bike is totally amazing, and we're about to do the Tour de Palm Springs, the 1 mile. It's our first time doing it, so we're only going to do 1 mile. You want to say anything, Roger? Thank you.
Thank you.